If you look back at Ohio in the last 50 years, we've been spreading out and spreading out and spreading out, and basically leaving behind what are a lot of our most valuable assets as a state and as communities, walking away from huge parts of cities like Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Toledo. And first, that is completely unsustainable. We can't keep doing it. We can't keep wasting assets. So that's the first part. The second part is I think people are realizing that these are precisely the most valuable assets that the state needs as the 21st century unfolds. We're moving back into an urban age where cities matter, where the types of agglomeration that happen in cities matter, and where people, especially the younger people and newer enterprises and new technology, want to be part of thriving cities. And if Ohio can't basically reclaim its cities and make them attractive destinations for young people and attractive locations for the emerging businesses and technologies, Ohio is going to fall behind. Cities have become the economic engines of this country. And Ohio has got to be part of that if it's going to really thrive in the 21st century. It's got to build the kind of cities that can function as destinations for ambitious, talented people and magnets for economic growth. There's really not going to be another way for this state to grow in the future.
Urban centers are absolutely everything in the new economy. It's the only way that our state's going to be able to compete is to strengthen our urban centers. In working in revitalization of urban centers, we have an opportunity to leverage the investment infrastructure that's been made for hundreds of years.
Young people want to live in dense, diverse places. And one of the great things about Ohio is it has those in different sizes and shapes. And we need to make sure that we do the work to revitalize them and make them the very best they can be.
Ohio is rich in assets. We have diverse agricultural and urban economies. We have water. We have really fabulous old historic cities. We have amazing people. In order to compete globally, we need to polish up those old cities. We need to protect our natural resources. We need to grow our workforce and attract new talent and investment to Ohio. That's what we need to do.
Revitalization and sustainable growth is important to Ohio's economic status because of the growth that we want to see in our state. Fortunately, here in Columbus, Ohio, we've seen a growth of over 10% in our population since the last census. That tells us that jobs and economic vitality is important to people and families. What we need to see here in the state of Ohio is an opportunity to attract and retain businesses. That retention is dependent upon strong schools and strong communities. And as long as we have both working in sync, in hand, we can be successful here in the state of Ohio.
I think sustainable growth is important to Ohio for really one of the biggest reasons is that we have so many large cities compared to many states. And other than Columbus, our cities have been struggling in many ways for the last 50 or 60 years. So I think as we talk about issues of retaining young talent and in bringing up property values and so forth, finding ways to attract new residents to our cities, I think has a lot of great spin-off effects as far as revitalizing our neighborhoods. I think we could take what's been kind of a vicious cycle of decline and abandonment and turn that around to being a virtuous cycle of restoration and rebuilding. And I think some of the ways we do that are to make our cities truly places that people want to live, work, and play. So a lot of cities have historically focused on things like casinos or stadiums and entertainment and so forth. And while that's important, I think the one thing that has been overlooked, and especially our core cities for the most part, is making them a good place to live. So I think as we think about these types of strategies, that should be paramount. What types of communities do people want to live in? What does that look like? And then for all of us who work in these fields of transportation and public policy and housing and so forth to try to make that happen.
Ohio has a proud history from the 8 that made Ohio great, the 8 industrialized cities that made Ohio what it is. But it's so much more. The Limas, the Mansfields, the Irontons of the world. They've been invested in going back 200 years. We need to recapitalize, revitalize, and reinvest in those communities. That's what revitalization is, and it's vital to the future of Ohio.